Hey everybody, Chris Provost here from Provost Park Pass. Today is the 1st of April, and boy howdy, do we have a lot of new announcements for Disney. Disney is just released a whole bunch of new announcements of how they're going to handle the parks when they do open. Now, they haven't given a date when they're going to open the parks, but they said they are going to do new things in order to accommodate the new world that we live in. So let's start off with all these different announcements that I have here. First off, with the success of Rise of Resistance they had with the boarding groups, Disney is now going to be using boarding groups in order to get into the park. They're going to limit the amount of people into the park to 1,000, and you'll only be able to go into the park for 90 minutes. They're going to give each person a wristband, and as you go in, you'll activate your wristband and be able to ride as many rides as you want. Then after the 90 minutes, your wristband will deactivate, and you won't be able to participate anymore in the rides. Now, Disney's assured people that even though it's only 90 minutes, you will have enough time to ride everything that you want to ride, because being only 1,000 people in a park, there will be no wait times. This is amazing. Can you believe that? You'll be able to walk on any ride that you want to. Once you've got your boarding pass, you'll be able to get into the park with only 1,000 people. It's going to be super fun. Now, Disney is aware that people might be concerned, oh, it's only 90 minutes. So Disney says that they are going to do things to facilitate and maximize your time within the park for that 90 minutes. For example, all of the parades have now been shortened. The parades will only be 3 to 5 minutes long, and each person and each cast member that's participating in the parade will be on either rollerblades, roller skates, or a mechanized motor sled to allow them to go up and down the streets faster. So 3 to 5 minutes for the parades if you are into parades, which will be kind of exciting to see. They also are going to be doing some revisions on the rides to make it safer for everybody once they do go back to the park. Some of the big ones are that the Haunted Mansion that currently has 81 Doom buggies on it. They're going to remove 80 of those Doom buggies and only have one Doom buggy in it, and that will go through the whole entire ride. And once that ride is done, then the next person will be able to get on and do that. And there is some fear that this is going to slow the ride down, only having one Doom buggy. But we got a correspondence from one of the main cast members who's been working at Disney for since 1955, actually. And they wrote back, Mr. Grim Grinning, and he said that even though the wait time might be longer for Haunted Mansion, we feel that this, having one Doom buggy, will ultimately make the ride even scarier. So that is exciting. I think this will make it scarier. Thank you, Mr. Grim Grinning, for coming out and socializing with us here on Provost Park Pass today. So it'll be one Doom buggy. Another change they're doing is all the roller coasters will now be facing backwards. That's right, you'll be facing backwards on every single roller coaster. Because the concern was if you're facing forward, if somebody would cough, that breathe, you go right into it. But now if you're facing backwards as you're going through the ride, if somebody coughed behind you, they would just go past you and you'd be safe. So every single roller coaster now in any of the Disney parks will be facing backwards. It's just a new world we're living in. It's kind of crazy. Another major update on the rides is the Canoes. The Canoes will now only allow 2 people on the canoes at a time, you and your friend. They will no longer have guides for you. One friend will be doing the paddling and one of you will be steering the canoe, and they will also give you a script so you can read that off to your friend as you're on the canoe. You'll be able to read the script off to your friend as they're paddling along on the canoe ride. So that'll be something very exciting. As you know, I do love the canoes. It'll be now just you and your friend at the appropriate social distancing. And speaking of canoes, Splash Mountain is also going through some major changes as well. They want you to be social distancing of about 6 feet, but Disney, the overabundance of caution, doesn't feel that the logs are long enough. So they are going to be replacing the logs with the extra canoes from the canoe ride, where you have one person in the front and one person in the back of the new Splash Mountain ride, but it's going to be in a canoe. So that'll be very exciting and a lot of fun. As far as food goes, they will be providing food, but they will no longer cook it for you. So if you want to, you can buy food, but you'll have to cook it yourself. In Frontierland, they're having they've renovated this whole area and have a bunch of fire pits there where you can go in and bring your own food and cook your food there if you want to. Now, keep in mind that this is going to take a little bit of your 90 minutes of time. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and cook your food, but if you like to have that experience, then you are welcome to go there and cook your food in Frontierland. So this is an exciting time. The submarine ride now they've actually opened up the top. It's more like a convertible for the submarine ride, so it's no longer enclosed. It's going to be completely open, and the waterfalls will be turned off when it goes through, so the water doesn't splash in, but it's going to be completely open now, the submarine ride, which is going to be kind of exciting and fun to do. I'm curious. You want to look up and see exactly everything that's going on above you in the submarine ride. You can now do that, which is going to be a lot of fun. So this is some exciting changes that are happening. Disney's just trying to prepare this. Disney California Adventure is also going to be on this new boarding pass plan, but theirs is only going to allow 800 people in, and you only get an hour in Disney California Adventure. It's a little bit different than Disney, so hopefully if you can just plan it just right on the app, which they'll be releasing soon, you'll be able to get Disney, go there for 90 minutes, and then go over to Disney California Adventure for an hour and enjoy that. As far as the rides that are changing in Disney California Adventure, they're not changing too many of them. Incredicoaster, of course, is going to be riding backwards, but the Golden Zephyr is going to be massively overhauled. They are now going to be taking the Golden Zephyr out of the Paradise Gardens. We're taking those out, and they're going to be putting in, they're like these metal spheres there, and inside each sphere is one chair, and you can ride it. They're going to call the ride the Wrecking Ball. It's going to spin around, and the ball's going to be going this way, and it's going to immediately stop, then reverse, and the balls will bang into each other, like kind of like those things like that on desks. And there is a height restriction on it. You have to be 72 inches or taller in order to ride the new Wrecking Ball ride in Disney California Adventure. Sounds very exciting. So anybody who's over 6 feet tall, you should be enjoying that ride. It's going to be a lot of fun. The other things that are happening is in Disney that as far as churros, they still are going to be having churros, but you'll only be able to buy them in one place in Disney from now on, trying to make sure social distancing. In Toontown, it will be the only place where you purchase churros. As you go into the Five and Dime store in Disney, you know they have those funny gloves that are holding the churros that go through the ceiling. They have retrofitted that now, and they're lower, and each of those little gloved hands will be holding a churro. You will pay the money, and then you cannot use your hands. You actually grab the churro with your mouth as it passes by for sanitary reasons. You grab it and pull it off with your mouth, and then you can go ahead and have the churros. So that'll be kind of fun as well. You could go ahead and have experience there in Toontown and enjoy that, still get your chance to get your churro at Disney, which is, I was relieved. I was worried that we're going to get rid of churros, but apparently we're not. So this is a lot of fun. A lot of things are going to be happening here at Disney. So thank you so much for watching our updates. If you have heard any other updates, please put it down in the comments down below and let us know what's going on. The Dumbo ride, they're only going to be having one elephant on the Dumbo ride at any given time. So that's going to also be a little bit of social distancing there for as well. They're not making any changes to Pinocchio at all, which is weird. I don't know why they're not. Apparently not enough people are writing it to worry about that. And if you hear anything else, just go ahead and let me know. Hope you guys are enjoying today. Today is April 1st. Stay cool and don't be a fool.